Today we will discuss about the chapter 2. This is structure and physiography of book India Physical Environment. When you see the present geological structure and the geomorphology of different landforms is the result of exogenic and endogenic forces and the lateral movement of the plate. When it's come to the plate, India is part of Indian plate. That is the northern part of this Indian plate is the northern part of Indo-Australian plate. As you have studied in your book Fundamentals of Physical Geography, you must have learned the earth and its landform that we see today have evolved over a very long time. The current estimation shows that the earth is approximately 4.6 billion year old, and over this long period this earth has undergone many changes which have brought many exogenic, many endogenic changes by different forces of exogenic and endogenic. These forces have played a significant role in giving shape to various surface, subsurface features of the earth. Same way, the movement of Indian plate and the endogenic and exogenic forces which are working on this plate for a long period of time have give up the different and unique shape to the Indian landmass. The geological structure of India is very diverse because an Indian rock belongs to different geological periods as other landmasses. India, which largely lies in the Indo-Australian plate in the northern part of this, whose continental crust form the Indian subcontinent physical divisions, which are marked by natural configuration. India is divided into three subcategories, basically based on various geological formation and structure. Indian plate or subcontinent, Indian subcontinent can be divided into three geological divisions. One is Peninsula Block, Himalayan mountain and Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plains. It's like that. You can see here. Mainly, India has three portions. One is this whole from here to here. This is Peninsular Plateau. This whole region is Indo-Ganga plain, including the Bangladesh and here in Pakistan part. And this region is belongs to Himalayan mountains, right? So this way, Indian plate have been divided into three subdivision. Peninsula Plateau again. Second is Northern Mount Plains, that is the plains of Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra rivers, and a long chain of Himalayan mountains, right? Very first we will discuss about the peninsular block. The northern boundary, when see the boundary first, northern boundary from Run of Kutch along the Aravalli and then parallel to the Yamuna and Ganga river as far as the Rajmahal hills and the Ganga delta. The northern boundary you can see again here. This is northern boundary of this Rajasthan, Aravalli hills. Here Ganga river and Yamuna river till the delta of Ganga Brahmaputra, right? Till here. This is the northern boundary of this. And eastern boundary is the Eastern Ghat is here. This is Eastern Ghat. The western boundary is in the form of Western Ghat, and between all these, this northern plains, Aravalli hills is Western Ghat, Eastern Ghat. This whole region is Peninsular Plateau. This shaded region is Peninsular Plateau. Apart from these Peninsular Plateau has its extension in the northeast in the form of Meghalaya plateau. Have a look to this. If we see, generally we think this plateau is still here till the Chota Nagpur region, right? But the extension of this plateau is also here in the northeastern part, that is called Meghalaya plateau. And this Meghalaya plateau is separated from this peninsular plateau through a very small and narrow gap, that is called Malda gap. And this Malda gap is popular in the name of English Bazaar. Rajasthan is also the extension of peninsular plateau in the form of desert like feature. The peninsula is formed by the gneiss and granite rocks. The rock feature include gneiss and granite. The peninsula has been standing like a rigid block which was never submerged in the sea ever since it has formed. Means since the formation of peninsular plateau, it has never submerged under the water. This reacted like a rigid landform. And but still there are some exceptions of peninsula which have been submerged beneath the sea due to the tectonic activities. But the original base of peninsula never been affected. It means lots of exogenic and endogenic processes have been tried to shake the base of this peninsula, but except some fault and some block mountain, there nothing have been changed since the formation of peninsula, because this peninsula was the part of Gondwana land, and as the part of Indian Australian plate, it has experienced various vertical movement and block faulting. The Rift Valley faulting, the Rift Valley, Narmada, Tapi are the example of fault, and the Satpura mountain, Vindhya mountain are the example of block mountain. Have a look here. These Narmada river and the Tapi river are the result of fault, because the on the way of formation of this peninsular plateau, this fault occur due to some exogenic and endogenic forces, and in between these there are some block mountain. One is in the Vindhya and the Satpura mountains, right? This is Vindhya and this is Satpura mountain, right? The important mountains of peninsula are the Aravali Hills, the Nallamalla Hills, Javadi Hills, Mendagiri Hills, Mekal Hills, Western Ghat and the Eastern Ghats. These are important mountain of this peninsular plateau. And the important river, most of the this peninsular river are flowing from, you can see here, most of the peninsular river are passing from this and flowing toward the east. Means the western side of this plateau is little higher and slopes toward the east. That's why most of the river originate from west, like Godavari, Krishna, Kaveri. They are originating from the Western Ghat and moving toward the east and falls in Bay of Bengal, like Narmada, Mahanadi as well. There are some exceptional river which are west flowing, like Narmada and Tapi. This is the result of fault, and these rivers are passing through Rift Valley. And apart from that, the second feature of this Indian plate is Himalaya mountain. Himalaya mountain are new folded young mountains. These are one of the most youngest fold mountain in the world, which are of tectonic origin and comprise mainly of sedimentary rocks. This Himalaya mountain is made up of sedimentary rocks. They are very flexible and they stretch from Indus river in the west to Brahmaputra river in the east. And this include these Himalaya mountain are from here Indus river to Brahmaputra river. This way there are three parallel ranges of Himalaya. One is Himadri, Himachal and Shivalik ranges, right? And the third and most important geological structure is the Indo-Gangetic plains, mostly known as the Indo-Gangetic Brahmaputra plains, right? These plains are formed by the rivers Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra river. It was geosyncline depression which was once called TTC. Here in the place of Ganga, this plain region, once there was TTC, and the river from Himalaya and peninsula which were falling in this, like all the Indus, Ganga, Brahmaputra and other tributaries falling here and deposit large amount of sediments here, and due to the deposition of sediments a new landform that is called Indo-Ganga and Brahmaputra plain have been formed instead of TTC, right? So this way there are three physiography of Indian plate, one, right, which includes the Northern mountain Himalaya, then to the south of Himalayan mountain this is Indo-Ganga Brahmaputra plains, then in the south which is in the form of peninsula that is called Indian peninsula. These are three physical feature, and one by one we will study about all these physical features in next videos, right? Thank you.